Guys, it's been approved by the board and it's been signed off by the chair. And United has a new policy and they will give money back instead of kicking your ass off their flight. So fear no longer. You will not get pulled off by your hair and dragged down the aisle. And because we got 5 left right there. That's right, friends. This is Fred Grace from YouTube. I've been looking at these flights and United's new policy they just announced on TV just the other day. And they said they will offer money back, but I want to see cash. I want $100 bills. I don't need your points, okay? If you're gonna get me off your flight, and you're selling these flights for 14 grand. You see, like, this flight's gonna leave in 8 hours, and it's got one stop, and it's going from California to Indiana, okay? And it's a one-way trip, and it's 14 grand. So, and then you're gonna offer me some points to get off the plane. Okay, guys, be more educated than that. They need to give you cash, not a card, not a card with a code that you could use at their specified location. You see what I'm saying? If you want to stay in there and do that, at least know what you're getting. So I want to hear how this goes, and then we can, when we hear it from a person who says, oh yeah, I got $500 extra and I took a cab or a Lyft to the hotel, and the hotel put me up in a suite for $270 for free, and then they gave me a ride back in the limo or some shit like that. That's what I want to hear. United should have it. But anyway, you heard about them Sky Dreadnoughts? Anyway, before I raise my blood pressure a little bit too high, look, $15,000. We'll be there. The flight leaves in 7 hours. I'm just saying, that's what they've been doing, and they're pulling people off by their coats and using security and mean tactics, and they're taking advantage of women and children, and it's not right. Sky Dreadnoughts and Admiral Byrd in Antarctica getting taken over by a disc craft. Yes, this is a reading from Admiral Byrd's diary. And I just wanted to cover just the beginning. So listen to this. This is February 19th, 1947. Admiral Byrd's plane went missing. According to his diary entries, he notes what happened. 11:35 hours, a radio crackles and a voice comes through with a German accent. Welcome, Admiral, to our domain. We shall land you in exactly 7 minutes. Relax, Admiral. You are in good hands. I tug at the controls again and again. They will not respond. We are caught up in an invisible vice grip of some type. The plane shudders slightly and begins to descend, as though it was caught up in some great unseen elevator. 11:45 hours after landing, the Admiral and his crew were taken to a crystal city by a tall blonde male. Note, the city seemed to be made of a crystal material. And this is where I'd like to interject just for a second, and we'll vlog it from there. It's a man-made material, and it's harder than diamonds. They look the same, so it's like a diamond glass, but I mean it is thick and perfected. This is like some of the art you've seen this guy doing these diagonal crystal sculptures, very close to this, but on a grander scale. I mean, these blocks are they're huge. They're I can't go into how they make them. Just that's all Admiral. Well, anyway, you can figure it out on your own. It's vortex knowledge. Comes from the ancients. These guys from the inner earth. So let's get a little bit back more on topic, and we're down in the Crystal City. I know they took him to a Crystal City, and he gets welcomed. Okay. So let's see. Yes. Okay. So there he is. It's radiant. This thing is brilliant. The city shines. It's wondrous. I think he said something like, it left him like at awe. So it's some of the biggest, largest treasures in the world, right there displayed too. And he just didn't want to talk too much about it because he just couldn't believe the experience. Okay, so as you walk into the city of great wonder and your eyes are filled with the radiance of the crystals, him and his crews arrive, and they are greeted by a host. And we're back after the welcome. The host steps to Admiral Byrd and says, "Have no fear, Admiral. You are to have an audience with the master." He followed the host to a large boardroom. I see a man with a delicate feature in his face and with the etching of years upon his face is seated at the end of the boardroom table. "I bid you welcome to our domain, Admiral. We have let you enter here because you are of notable character and well known on the surface world." Surface world? Admiral Byrd half gasped under my breath, or under his breath. And the underworld. No, the surface world. Yes, the surface world. Sky Dreadnoughts, military. I think we took over the inner earth. We took it over. Everybody's going down to South Antarctica, and there's an ability to use the fourth state of matter known as the electromagnetic field to tap in and control with a force field an entire plane, just the same way Flight M370 may have happened. But somebody said there was a picture, and then that picture like took him to Diego Garcia, that little island over there that goes to all the underwater. There's so many underwater bases, man. They all connect up to the underground tunnels. The underground tunnels come out, and then they make like a colony right there. It's like, anyway, I gotta go.
The way they have the mirror on the mirror on the stuff next to the curtains, like they have
That's called the slow pour, honey. That's the slow pour.